Hello everyone. Time for another Sunday stream with subscriber blanket and story time. And if I don't drop my camera off my monitor, that would be great. Hello Supreme Doom, Tina, Gweniel. Enjoy your luck, Gweniel. How is everyone doing today? We are starting with a red square today. Hello, Angelic Dreamer. For you, of course, the same question. How are you doing? You're doing well, Supreme Doom. Glad to hear it. Tina is sleepy, but it's still earlier for you. So that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing good. Feeling rather accomplished because yesterday my partner and I did some proper cleaning here. You're good, hoping to finish the first sleeve today. Yay, great. Will you do something small before you start the cardigan? Something small and selfish? So we are going to go to Stream Raiders, but I should maybe check what I need to do first. Saints, Templars, and battle plans. Okay. I can do that. Let's start with the Templar. Let's have some battle planning. And that should be, yep, me done with this quest, and the next one has started. Good. Then, while I'm at it, let me have a look at the scrolls. What can I buy? So, there we go. And then I'll catch up with chat. I might crochet some more hearts. I do need to do some crochet. I'm missing it. I can imagine. I haven't crocheted since I was about 10. So, a few years. Yeah, I know how those few years go. That was the same I didn't do crochet and knitting since I was 10, 11, and then I got pregnant and I got bitten by the yarn bug again. And yeah, here we are. Which of the guys living in this apartment just came home? A partied out teenager, or no, it's Andy. He's back. He was visiting his brother. So yeah, I already mentioned it. Yesterday we did some proper cleaning around the place. We have hardwood and tiles everywhere, so we basically decided that we need to properly clean all of it. And we moved stuff that had piled up in corners, put all the chairs up in the on the dining table, and well, we got to as much floor as we possibly could to vacuum and to mop. So now the whole place is a lot cleaner than it was before, and not just, you know, the usual quick vacuum around everything and mop around everything, but a proper cleaning, which we hadn't done in way too long. And no thanks, Tina. Only if you pay for the flight and I can shop your shed. I am no fan of doing the cleaning, and definitely not of doing it for other people, so there's got something to be in it for me. I probably would. I love cleaning other people's houses, not so much mine. Everyone else's stuff is so much more fun than mine. Nah. I'm just not a fan of cleaning, but, well, there's two facts that make it difficult. One, I'm allergic to dust, so once you get to all the corners, you get to all the dust that has accumulated there. So I always need to be well prepared with allergy medication, and depending on how long it was or which corners it is, I do wear masks. I did so since before the pandemic, just so I don't breathe in as much of the dust. And then I'm allergic to most cleaning products and to latex gloves, although the latex gloves I'm allergic to a lesser extent. So yeah, it's just not fun. Yeah, but you need to get all the stuff out to vacuum those corners. And while you move all the stuff out, you move the dust. Because corners that haven't been cleaned are usually the corners I pile stuff up in. But I'm not sure if you remember, behind me there in front of the shelf was a huge chaos of shipping material, boxes and envelopes. It is now all neatly fit into one box that's standing there and not visible anymore. And even if I look over there, it's much neater. Let me see if I can get it to show without throwing the camera off. No. It's just this one box. There's my arm in the way, I can't get there. See it, this one box there? That's all the shipping stuff that I have kept. The rest has gone because it was too much. You got more of the second floor of the shed done yesterday. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to recycle shipping stuff, but if you need a stash for your shipping stuff, then you probably are holding on to too much, unless you have a business where you ship stuff all the time. Like several times a week. Then you need a stash of shipping materials, but otherwise, nope. You are not done up there yet. What's still to do? Since I'm not really using Revelry anymore, where I used to have all my stash of yarn locked, I think I might need to take your approach with Evernote and use that to catalog my stash, because I can add photos and notes and yardage and yarn weight and all this stuff. So it's actually searchable for me, and it is visual, which is important for me. So I actually know what I have. Especially when it's about gradient yarns, and I think about shopping for more, so I'm not getting more of the same, you know, because lots of brands have similar gradients, and I don't need 5 gradients that are basically the same colors. That's getting boring. I sorted through all the craft stash sub-boxes yesterday. I'm now picking up the smaller boxes labeled into larger boxes of like things, again labeled. I still need to go through the Stampin' Up boxes, but getting closer to getting done. Sounds good. And when you can see that you are getting closer to getting done, isn't that a great feeling? Because I know there's always this stage in when you are cleaning and sorting, where you look at it and think, this looks worse than when I started. I'm not making any progress. And then suddenly there's an end in sight, and it feels so much better. Yeah, it's because you need to spread out all the stuff that has been, even chaotically, in boxes before. But you need to spread it out to sort it. I also was able to get the 4 boxes of school office supplies on the 2nd floor finally. Nice. You are doing a lot of work on that. Honestly, I'm impressed. Hey, Lady Bee. You're doing such a great job on it, and are sticking with it and not giving up. Because that's usually my problem. I have great plans. I get off at a good start, and then I get, yeah. Those boxes really helped with the lower level. Still so much to do on the first level of set. You're determined. I can tell, Tina, I can tell. But I'm getting worn out. Well, set yourself a goal and then plan in a break. But make it a planned break. Like, I'm taking a break of a week. I'm not going to touch this for a week. And then I'm starting again, or 2 weeks, or however long you think you need to recover. But plan it and then say, okay, and now I'm going to start again. Or maybe I'm doing this 1 or 2 days a week. On the other days I'm crafting. Then you will still make progress and you will get your crafting done. Don't make yourself get burned out. Yes, hence on Saturdays when hubby is home I work on second floor, just so if I overdo it, he's here to help me get down. Yeah, but try not to overdo it in the first place, please. You know, you tell us to take care of ourselves. Please take care of yourself too. And last week you diamond painted on streams. Yeah, that's true. Set a goal and then treat yourself for reaching it. Many small attainable goals. Yes, that sounds like a good plan. It's always just a little more. Yeah, it's always just a little more, but listen to your body. And if your body tells you you need to stop, then you need to stop. Remember that. You would tell us the same. You know? Just think about what you would tell us if we were doing this. And then give yourself the same advice. And listen to it. Thursday you had to work on the streaming PC as it was acting up. Oh no! So we have blue, orange, green. Oh no, the green one is something else. We have blue, orange and red. And well, one green one. Do you want to decide, Angelic? There's the one green one and there's red. The green one. So that one is done with. I only have the lint ones left now. This week I have to get through cataloging all these stems and dies I have in the guest bedroom, as son and family will be here for Easter. And if you don't get through all of them, get through as many as you can, put those away, and find a temporary place to store the others. Nom, 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 nom. In Supreme Doom, the timer thing works for me for some tasks, but with other things I just need to get them finished and then take a break. Oh, I just realized I need to reset my sub goal because it is a new month, right? And which means also we need to draw winners today. I completely forgot about that. I'm so out of the habit of doing all this stream stuff. So and now if I so now that works. That's the correct numbers, and maybe I should take this winter stuff away. Much better. While I'm at it. I have forgotten too, as I haven't been creating much due to cleaning, unpacking and organizing. Yeah. And for me it was with all the work and I'm just not back into my regular scheduled stuff again. But well, I think since I didn't announce anything, we will draw the winners on Tuesday, and I will have another poll. So getting this ready. You can slowly head to Discord if you want to, but I'm still getting all the emotes for voting ready. So, options are there. You should have a Discord alert for voting for the next theme. I need to get my taxes done this Wednesday. I have to go to city for mammogram. Ugh, not fun. Will be lurking with sound on as I will be cataloging. Good luck with that. It's really time consuming, I know, but it will be so worth it when it's done because you can find everything. So, anyone looking forward to my gaming streams starting next Thursday with Potion Craft? After all, those of you who voted, the majority was for that game, so I hope to have some people around that watch. Did I say Thursday or did I say Wednesday? That's a good question again. Which day did I say? You have voted for blue, but if you don't get off with this blue collar, you go slightly mad. So, I was saying Thursday, but I meant Wednesday for my gaming streams. Anyone plan to be around for that and check out Potioncraft with me? I had to keep my hands off that game because I want to start it on stream and not to know more about it than I already do, so I forced myself not to start it up already. Wednesday you will be in City. Yeah, you mentioned that. But you want to see the game. Yeah, well, Wednesdays are my gaming times. 7:30 my time in the evening, 6:30 your time. You have to work, not fun. Oh no. Stupid time zones. Why can't we all be off work at the same time? If you're watching Twitch, you will lurk at least. Well, then I look forward to see you around. You will be cooking, so we'll be in and out, yeah. That's fine. But, well, Tina, at least you can catch the VOD later if you want to and have a look at the game. My time right now is 4:40. I think I'm an hour earlier than you are. So my 7:30 would be your 8:30, right? We could all just quit our jobs and live on Twitch. Yeah, I read a thingy lately. If someone would pay you to do what you love, what would you do? Stream on Twitch, watch Twitch and craft. Most certainly. And you even can combine the streaming and crafting and the watching and crafting. If I could do that for 8 hours a day and get paid a full-time salary, yes please. It's 9:42 at the moment for you. Oh, yeah. I was just confused. Eastern time is 6 hours. Why is it 9:42? But you are not Eastern, you are Central. And yeah, wouldn't that be a dream come true? We have stream raiders going on. So, 11 units on our side. There's a bunch of enemies, so let's put a spell over there and let's see what happens. 21 enemies. Can we do this? Not looking too bad. We lost one, they lost almost half of theirs. Yes, we can do this. Or maybe not. Help. Now they are killing us off. But we won. There we go. Most kills Tina, most assists Angelic Dreamer. 7 gold for everyone and a gladiator scroll for Tina. Congrats. So, let's go over here for the skin chest. Let's see if anyone gets lucky and gets a skin from it. So I had Saints and Templars. I had my Templar. Yeah, I did remember the Saints. Why did I look it up? Because I already placed the Templar. Let's go up here with my Saint. And do some of the usual battle planning just so you have it in case you need it. And there we go. The red part of this square is done. I'm having some more of my coffee to stop it. Look, I'm awake. I'm awake. No. So now this square gets a nice black border, and then it goes on the blanket, and the square for silver will be done. Oh, welcome in, Mrs. Madronen, and thank you for all the things. How are you doing on this Sunday? I'm going to just finish this cluster of stitches. There we go. Now let's start with the hydrate. I do have water here, not just coffee. You're not too bad. Well, I'm not too bad either. Feeling accomplished because I did a lot of cleaning yesterday, but I have to say I'm a bit sore from it. But yeah, still quite happy. So we have a stretch that will help with some of the soreness as well. I'm going to stretch my back all the way out. Oh. Yes, today was a rest day so far. Now some crafting, and later a bit of character creation for a role-playing game, but that's basically sitting on my butt and talking to friends and coming up with a fun character to play in the future. So that's more rest than anything else. And at the same time socializing with nice people. What more do you want? And because it's a stream day, it's my partner's day to make dinner. On my 3 days where I stream in the afternoon, he is making dinner, I'm making dinner on the others. Oh, you are right. I forgot about the treat. How could I forget about chocolates? Red, orange or blue? Orange, so I'm getting salted caramel, which actually is my favorite out of the mix. that was the case in my house, I'd stream every day. Well, if I did that every day, then I probably get complaints. But especially now that we both work, yeah, we are trying to split our chores so that none of us has to do everything and all the time. So, good thing I deep cleaned yesterday, so now I can eat the chocolate that landed on the floor. And I found a crochet hook. Yeah, there have been some chores that we have been sharing anyway. Like laundry was always my job because I'm at home most of the days. Even now, he is working at the office at least part-time, so I can do it, just put a load of laundry in and switch it out when I have time. In between work, that's all doable, or I just do it in the afternoon because I'm off work earlier than him. And he takes care of all the dishes that need to be washed by hand and mostly of the dishwasher. Although I help with the dishwasher because of my allergies, he does that part. The teenager is responsible for all the garbage, including the recycling. So paper recycling, plastic, all that stuff he needs to take care of. So we have some chores that need to be done regularly split up between the three of us. And the general cleaning we always kinda did together. Just with cooking I did a lot more than he did. And now we are changing that a little bit. But yeah. We make it work for us. And hello Esper. How are you doing? Looking forward to tonight? Have you decided yet? Because Esper is one of the friends I talked about that I'm going to build role-playing characters with tonight. And I'm looking forward to getting to know Obi a bit better. Only know him from your streams. Oh, not so good. What's going on? Anything you want to talk about? I'm still torn between an elf, animist, cleric or a Rohirrim scout. Yeah, I'm very much for being a hobbit, but have no idea yet what kind of character I want to play with it. Or if nobody plays a dwarf, I have to be a dwarf. Because we can't have a Middle-earth roleplay without a dwarf in it. On the other hand, we can't have one without a hobbit in it. Damn it! Decisions! Way too many decisions! Just a crap day at work and headache. Feel like I'm getting a cold. Dear Cold, please leave Esper alone. So I really hope you're not getting sick and are just having a bad day, because those happen. Yeah, hopefully Obi will be a dwarf. I don't know. I especially don't know him well enough to predict anything he would want to play. I'll have to spend the time in between stream and character creation to figure out what I want to do. At least an idea of a concept that I can then still adjust depending on what we have in the team and what we might need. Because I find with character creation it helps to be a bit flexible, so you can actually get a group that works well and has at least most of the basics covered. He's fun, also very sarcastic. Well, that works out fine then. I like sarcasm and I can deal with sarcastic people very well, so sounds like I will be getting along with him. You and your guy are together now, like really together. Yay. There's good and bad sarcasm. Yeah, of course. But if he's described as fun first, then I'm pretty sure it's the good kind of sarcasm. So, I think I'll have to edit my image for squares and take the black and white out, because I still have some black and white things to do. Do I have my yarn photo saved in here? No, of course not. Because this blanket is getting big. Now let me see where I have the picture and download it again. So, considering how much yarn I still have and the size of the blanket currently, I have decided for now not to buy new yarn. So, I'm just going to have to take out the ones that I'm running out of. And let me pick a nice color that's not in there, so it's very obvious. So, doing it right away because otherwise I will forget again. I'm also on a personal yarn ban. Unless I need it for commission order, then I can buy yarn. I'm on yeah, not really a yarn ban, but I'm only buying yarn if I don't have what I need in my stash. So if I have a project planned and don't have the yarn in my stash, I'm allowed to buy it for this project, but I need to check my stash first. So for example, I ordered some of the very soft yarn that Aspa has been using for the horse that she made, the plushie, to make cushion covers for me and my partner, because I did not have any of that type of yarn. But I ordered specific colors just for this project, and that's my next planned stream project after I have finished the sweater that I still have sitting around here. So yeah. Or if I want to make a garment and don't have the right kind of yarn in the right yardage, then I am allowed to buy, but again, check the stash first. No, I got the thinner one, the thinner version, and was it the Baby Soft or the Honey Bunny? One of those was on sale. But not the big size, the thinner size. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, you had the baby snuggle, I have the honey bunny, but not the big, but yeah, exactly, the normal size. And it's the same yardage as the baby snuggle that you used, so same thickness, most likely. Yeah, and that was just too good a price to pass up on. And I might have ordered some silk yarn for a summer shirt. But again, that's something that's not in my stash, and am allowed to splurge on things now. That was my personal treat for the month for me. Yeah, I compared them. They are the same material, the same yardage on the same weight, so they should be pretty much the same. And I checked their cushion cover patterns for it, how many balls you need for that. So I'm getting one in 2 shades of purple with a hint of black for me, and a green one, green like orcs, for my partner. I might or might not plan to embroider a stylized orc face on his, like Minecraft style, or you know, very stylized eyes, mouth. Maybe a snaggletooth going up. But he doesn't know that yet. Because then he's really getting an orc cousin. And for mine, I'm not sure about the design yet. I haven't even decided whether I'm going to knit or crochet it. I might do corner to corner and then do random stripes determined by dice rolls, how many rows I do in which color. Because I like a nice random stripe pattern. Probably knit then, because then I will make rows of garter ridges. So always 2 rows for one garter ridge, and then yeah, but we'll see. I actually have started somewhere here a teensy tiny corner to corner blanket where I want to use all my leftovers, and I don't know where I put it. Great. Starting all the stuff and then putting it away somewhere and not finding it again. Because it's planned to use up all the leftovers from my blanket here when I'm down to really small bits, and I want to knit them up right away. And I started it and put it here on the desk somewhere, so I had it at hand right away. And then I moved stuff around on my desk and now I can't find it. Great. Oh, I'm so clever sometimes. Oh, there it is. Teensy tiny. Just a little triangle. I started with black. Next one I had was purple. And I threw my camera down. You probably would rather see me than some random bit of paper on my desk. And there we we go. Okay, Angelic, see you soon. So yeah, that's the tiny beginning of a corner to corner blanket to use up all the yarn I'm not using for the subscriber blanket. The small bits that are not enough to make a full square. And yeah, once I'm done with those or done with the blanket, all the remaining yarns, so I get the yarns out of the way, because once I'm done with this blanket I will come up with something different, probably still a subscriber blanket, but it might be a different yarn, different color selection, because always the same is getting boring. And if you're wondering why I'm already putting the black and white yarn away or off my image for people to choose, even if there's still that much left, that's because there are still a bunch of black and white squares on my list. And I definitely need to have enough yarn for them. So, yeah, I'm having plans for things. Can you tell? And that I have ideas. Hello, Mama Jewel. How are you doing today? And how did the Tree Smoker stream go yesterday? I was lurking a bit while you were playing. Stream is going well so far, thanks. And we have our second Stream Raiders battle, and that means after that there's going to be a short break and story time. So you are just in time. We waste just under $250. That's great. I mean, the goal was higher, I know that, but that is still quite a nice amount of money to use for things, and it will definitely help and get Tree Smoker a bit forward in their progress. So, Stream Raiders. There we go. Again, we put a spell on here and head into battle. And we are winning this again. Most kills, Meditative Crafter, most assists were done by me. 8 gold for everyone, 200 gold for Tina, and a Flying Rogue Scroll for Angelic Dreamer. Congrats! And now we have one of those random streamer bosses. I don't like them, but there's not much I can do about it. So let's get my tank in there and some battle planning, because this corner is where all the enemies are. Please place your units. Let's show them who's boss. Hehe, that's a random streamer skin, and I like the censoring bar on there. I just had to show that one. Yes, I'm easily amused. So, now I'm going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom. Please use the opportunity to do some self-care as well. Get a drink, stretch, get a snack, use the bathroom, get out of your chair and move around a bit. Whatever you need to take care of yourselves. If you take medication, make sure you have taken it. If not, do so now. And yeah, I'll see you in about 5 minutes, and then we are going to do our Sunday story. Don't do anything I wouldn't do while I'm gone. So, getting ready for some reading. Now, let me catch up with chat. We are keeping the gift butter open until either A, we waste the funds, or B, the court decided she has met enough of their requirements and closes her case. I'm going to be doing fundraiser Friday streams to keep raising funds for her and another single mom trying to take care of her family. That sounds like a great plan. I did not have the energy to be part of this as streamer, but yeah, I did donate some that I could spare on my own, and I really hope she fulfills the requirements pretty soon and gets to get back with her daughter. And now it's time for our stories. Let's turn the music off. Yeah, I gotta do what I can, and this time what I could do was donate. Next time when we have something, I might be part of the fundraising efforts again. But it was just too much, 3 weeks after another with stuff and my work and everything I needed this weekend without any bigger obligations. So, now this week our story is Cuchulain's Last Battle. I have no idea if I pronounced it properly, but it's from Pocket Old Irish Stories. When the long and bitter war that had raged for years between Ulster and Connacht was finally over, King Conor MacNessa's victorious army returned to Emain Macha to celebrate and to enjoy a time of peace. However, as the years went by, Queen Maeve of Connacht continued to brood on the dreadful humiliation of her defeat, and she plotted and schemed and planned her revenge. She blamed Conor's powerful young champion, Cuchulainn, for the destruction of her army, and she met with her advisors every week to see if anyone could come up with a plan that would destroy Cuchulainn once and for all. Nobody could think of anything that would succeed against the mighty Ulster hero. "We must do something," she said angrily, "and we must do it soon. As long as Cuchulainn lives, we are in danger of being attacked by the men of Ulster again." Although her advisors feared Maeve's anger, they could think of no way of defeating the hero of Ulster. Now, one of the people who had been killed by Cuchulainn during the war was a man called Caeledin, a powerful druid and sorcerer. His 27 sons had also been killed, and only his 3 daughters had survived. They were taken into Maeve's household for their upbringing. The queen, in accordance with their father's wishes, sent them to sorcery school, where they learned more magic than their father had ever known. Maeve now called on them to take their revenge for the death of their father and brothers. "You must find Cuchulainn and use your magical powers to kill him. There is one day in the year when he is not well protected. Every year all the men of Ulster are very sick for a day and a night. A fairy put a curse on them long ago. If you can separate Cuchulainn from the rest of the men, you'll have a chance." King Connor's spies in Connacht had told him what Queen Maeve was planning to do. He knew that his men, brave as they were, would be unable to fight in their weakened state. "You must sing and make merry," he told his warriors, "no matter how ill you are feeling. The daughters of Caerleon must believe that you are fighting fit." Only Cuchulainn was free of the curse, and Connor knew that he would ride out on his own if Queen Maeve attacked Emain Macha. Also, Cuchulainn was fearless and supernaturally strong. He couldn't defeat an entire army alone, and the king knew that the future of the kingdom depended on Cuchulainn staying alive. Connor knew that he would have to persuade his champion to stay inside the fort. As the daughters of Caerleon came near to Emain Macha, they turned the weeds and thistles into an army of fierce, heavily armed soldiers, shouting and bellowing so loudly that the sounds of feasting inside the fort were completely drowned out. When Cuchulainn heard the noise, he immediately wanted to ride out to challenge the enemy, and he shouted for Leg, his charioteer, to yoke his horse to his chariot. "Don't, Cuchulainn," said Cathbad the Druid. "It's sorcery. There's no army out there." Cuchulainn reluctantly agreed to stay in the fort, although he was itching to ride out and find. Connor realized it was too dangerous for his men to stay at Emain Macha, being taunted by the sounds of battle. So he led them out of the fort through a hidden doorway at the back and brought them to the valley of the Deaf, a place where no sound from outside could be heard. He thought that they would be safe if they couldn't hear the sounds of Maeve's magical army. Then the daughters of Caerleon made a pact with the darkest forces at their command, so that the silent valley was no longer silent, and soon King Connor's warriors could hear shrieking and shouting, and they could see fire and smoke just beyond the valley. Cuchulainn jumped up and was on his way to get his armor, but again he was stopped by Cathbad and Connor, who persuaded him that nothing that he was seeing or hearing was real. The daughters of Caerleon were angry and puzzled by their failure. "What can we do?" they asked Maeve. "Cathbad is a powerful druid, and he is keeping Cuchulainn safe." But Maeve had one more trick up her sleeve. She told the daughters of Caerleon to conjure up Cuchulainn's lover Niam. Let's try this one again. She told the daughters of Caerleon to conjure up Cuchulainn's lover Niam because she knew that the Ulster champion wouldn't be able to resist her. Niam appeared before Cuchulainn and begged him to ride out and save the land from the dark forces attacking it. This time no one could prevent Cuchulainn putting on his armor, and he went to his horse, Lia Macha, to yoke him to his chariot. But the faithful horse was wiser than Cuchulainn and backed away from the chariot, weeping tears of blood. Cuchulainn shouted at the horse, calling him a traitor to his master, and Lia Macha then allowed himself to be yoked to the chariot, and Leg took the reins. Cuchulainn's mother brought wine for him to drink, but when he drank it, he found that he had turned to blood, and he spat it out. She washed and refilled the goblet 3 times, but the same thing happened each time. Impatient to get on his wain, Cuchulainn gave the goblet back to his mother and rode out towards the sound of battle. He hadn't gone far when he came across an old woman washing bloodstained clothes in the river. "Whose are those?" he asked. "Yours, my lord, they're yours," said the old woman, and she disappeared into the mist. Cuchulainn was puzzled, but didn't realize that the old woman, who was a fairy, was warning him that his life was in danger, and he rode on towards Queen Maeve's banners, which he could see flying in the distance. Soon enough he came across 3 old hags roasting meat over the fire, and they offered him a bite of their meal. He refused, but they said they would curse him for refusing their hospitality, so he took a small bite of the meat. He had no sooner swallowed the morsel of food when he felt half his strength flowing out of his body, and the 3 hags ran off, cackling. Soon Cuchulainn found himself in front of Maeve's great army. He had 3 magic spears with him, each one designed to kill a king, and Maeve knew that she'd have to get the powerful weapons from him if her army was to win the battle. She sent a druid to ask for one of the spears, because it was forbidden to turn down the request of a druid. When the druid asked for a spear, Cuchulainn knew he would have to release it. "Here," he shouted, "here's a spear, since you want one so much," and he hurled the spear at the druid, killing him on the spot. Even though Cuchulainn had lost half his strength, the spear went right through the druid's body and landed on the ground behind him. Cuchulainn's arch-rival, Maeve's champion Lugaid, picked up the spear and threw it back at its owner, but it missed and went straight into the heart of Leg, Cuchulainn's brave and loyal charioteer, killing him instantly. A second druid came forward and asked for another spear, but Cuchulainn knew that he didn't have to give a second gift on the same day, so he refused. "1 gift a day," he shouted angrily. "That's all you're entitled to." The druid, who knew that this was true, turned to walk back to the ranks of the army. Cuchulainn threw the second spear at the druid and killed him on the spot. One of Maeve's royal allies, King Erg of Leinster, took the spear and threw it at Cuchulainn, but he missed, and the spear hit Liamacha, his faithful horse. The noble animal dropped to the ground, pulling the chariot with him, and Cuchulainn had just enough time to jump clear. When a third druid demanded the third spear, Cuchulainn killed him too, and Lugaid, pulling the spear from the druid's body, aimed it at the weakened champion, finally striking home. Fatally wounded in his gut, Cuchulainn crawled to the lake to have a drink of water. Even though it was obvious that he was mortally wounded, Maeve and her army were afraid to get near him. As a true Celtic warrior, Cuchulainn wanted to die standing, so he dragged himself to a nearby dolmen and used his girdle to tie himself to it, holding his sword high that he could attack anyone who came near. Even when he was dying, his reputation as a warrior filled Maeve's army with fear, and no one approached him for 3 days. Finally, Lugaid, convinced that his enemy was finally dead, swaggered up to the standing stone. Cuchulainn was indeed dead, and a raven landed on his shoulder as Lugaid drew near, a sure sign that the hero had breathed his last. Lugaid wanted Cuchulainn's sword as a trophy, but the dead man's hand was wrapped so tightly around the hilt that it couldn't be released. Furious, Lugaid cut off Cuchulainn's hand at the wrist and reached out for the blade as it fell. It cut cleanly through his own wrist, and his hand fell to the ground beside Cuchulainn's. As soon as they had recovered from their illness, Connacht's men went to Connacht and took a violent revenge for their young hero's death. But from the day of his passing, the power and glory of Emain Macha dwindled away and never recovered, as Tronna had feared. And if you go to the field of the slaughter at Clochar Farmore in County Louth, You will see the standing stone where Cuchulainn took his last breath, bravely facing down his enemy. That was the story Cuchulainn's Last Battle from the book Pocket Old Irish Stories. I hope you enjoyed it. This one had a lot of Irish names in it. Please tell me Lady B wasn't around and didn't notice my butchering of her language. So, let me see what's in chat. Tree Smoker and Sassy now have me re-addicted to Stardew Valley. I have named my town Craftopia. Our chickens are Micah and Clitorina. Cows are Leather and Hide. More crafty names will be used for future animals. I love it. I'm so glad I get to be here for today. I'm glad to have you here. Hello, Elliot Squirrel. How are you doing? And thanks, Tina and Mama Jewel. I'm glad that you had fun with the story. I always enjoy reading them. You're good. Had a lovely day out. Nice. What were you doing? So, let me get back to the blanket. Volunteering for a local autism and learning disability charity as a peer supporter. Ooh, that's great. And if you say you had a lovely day out, it probably was successful and fun what you did today. It went really well. Glad to hear it. And I think it's great that you are doing this. This world needs people who work for positive things and for change and to help those who need help. It's a great opportunity for me. It's exactly in the field I want experience in. Then it's a double win. Works well for you and you are doing some good. What more can you ask for? Which reminds me, I might need to pick some people's brain who have more experience with autism in their family than I have, on how to deal with someone I know who is undiagnosed and might need some help with some things. With autism and people who are autistic or autistic people, this way around. I was just sorting the words in my head while trying to translate from German to English and it came out wrong. You're autistic yourself. Oh. Well, basically, I know someone, and I'm very, very certain that amongst all the mental health issues he has, which are definitely real and not a misdiagnosis, might be autistic. Most likely because he has a lot of traits I see and hear from autistic people, and well, basically, I think it would be easier for me to write this. Yeah, that's true, but I don't think schizophrenia is one of the mental health issues you develop because of being autistic or something else. But yeah, I have seen the schizophrenia show, and it is very much real and very much there when it's not well treated at times. But yeah, I think there's a few things I need to figure out how to word them in not my native language. So I might message you about them, or maybe Lady B, who has 2 autistic kids. Just some things on what I can do to make things easier for him, you know? But with things like that, I find it easier to put it into writing than, yeah, than do it speaking freely and right now. Schizophrenia requires a genetic risk, but environmental stress is what causes that genetic risk to lead to illness. So it could be the stress of being autistic combined with the genetic risk. Yeah. But, well, where it comes from, it doesn't really matter. I know he has it, the schizophrenia. But I notice a lot of things in him that just don't fit with schizophrenia, but that are still a problem for him. Like he is often stimming in ways like if there is something around that he can fiddle with, he will fiddle with it, and then he gets no more help in how I am going to deal with some things and how I might help him, not suggesting that he might be autistic, because that's something I'm not going to decide on my own. It's relative of my partner, and I'm not going to suggest that without going through my partner first, who knows him for a while longer and knows better how he might react to something. I think if I suggest that right now, it will stress him more than it might help. Because getting diagnosed would mean a lot of doctor's visits and appointments and evaluations, and that stuff he doesn't deal well with. Yeah, he has very much what has been diagnosed as a social phobia, but I think is more a sign of him being autistic and not feeling comfortable in social situations, and that got then worse and worse because he had to interact socially, because he wasn't diagnosed and nobody thought that there might be something, you know. But let's do this Stream Raiders battle. So yeah, he has a lot of things that kind of, if I put them all together and add to that his constant stimming, or when he's sitting and he's stressed, he always moves like this and moves his head around in ways like that, and in non-typical ways, you know. And why is the Stream Raiders battle not moving on screen? Oh, now it is. There are a lot of different things that all combined make me think there might definitely be more to it than just his diagnosed mental health issues. You know, like an underlying thing. So we have one. Most kills Tina, most assists again done by me. And we have not won, we have lost. Oh. I did not pay attention to that. Whoops.
Welcome, traveler.
Thank you for the follow, Jaysnitz. Welcome in. So, let me put another tank here and try this again. There we go. I might need to sort my thoughts about that and maybe ask for specific advice. Are you on my Discord, Elliot Squirrel? And if yes, is it under the same name or a different one? I can't remember. Yes, it's just because of you, Angelic Tuima. You were not there to help and we have lost. How could you do that to us? There's the Discord, because if you are on there, I can more easily find you to message you. And if you want to join into the activities, that's perfectly fine. If not, that's fine too. I know there's way too many Discords to be active in all of them. And hello, Jasonitz, I'm making a subscriber blanket where my subscribers are actually choosing the colors of the next square. So every 1st, 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th and so on month of subscription, you get to choose a color from a yarn photo, and then I will make a square for you in that color, and once the blanket is big enough, I will have a giveaway on stream, and it will go back to a member of the community that helped create it. Yes, the accent is German. So yeah, I'm Yvonne, I'm from Germany, live in Cologne currently. I'm living with my partner and my 18-year-old son here. He appears regularly on stream when he is at home, which he isn't today. He appears so regularly that he has a stream name. He is called Teen Wolf. Just so you know, if a random teenager appears, that's mine. Land of Leprechauns this side. So I'm the opposite side of the EU then. Well, then you are from where my friend and mod Lady B is from. A certain Green Island, right? Beautiful country. And as your name suggests, I assume you are a knitter. I knit and crochet both. The things you see down there are all things I have designed and sell patterns for. And why again is this not staying up and falling down all the time and showing you all my chaos instead of my crafting? There we go. So we have this square done. Now I need to check my file. What comes next? Dark green is next. Okay. Us Irish invading everywhere. Yeah, I do knitting and crochet as small business, but also cross stitch. Oh, if you do it as a small business, please share a link to your shop or your Instagram or anything, because we are a community that supports each other. And let me know if you are a streamer, because then we can get you a proper shout out and I can follow you as well. Now, let me grab my big bag of blanket yarn with all the colors. And this is the dark green. Yes. My nail polish is splintering off. I need to redo my nails. But I did not have time before stream, or rather I noticed when it was too late, so I wouldn't, the polish wouldn't have been dry before I need to work with yarn. And yeah, that's not the best combination. Tacky polish and yarn work leads to very messed up polish and very messed up yarn. There's your Insta. Well, let's have a look. Oh, cute bunnies. And coasters and Pride products. Nice. I've been recently thinking about what kind of items I could do in Pride colors and various flags. So I like that I'm not the only one with this idea. And then we have some naughty things. Well, not naughty, very useful things, but not safe for work. Very nice things. I like it. You know what? That deserves a like, even though I need to put it up again on screen. And this cute little bunny. Definitely going to give you a follow. Okay. Okay, and there I have your pronouns as well. Jace is he, him for everyone else. I'm not streaming yet, but I plan on starting at some stage. Yeah, there's a lot of crafty streamers, and we are oh, well, Stream Elements was faster than I am. Transpackers are only slightly not safe for web product. All else family friendly. Yeah, and hey, they are a very useful item that helps a lot of people, so I'm fine with showing them. Right under your comment is something from Stream Elements. If you want to show your pronouns on Twitch, you can click there and fill them in. If you want to see other people's pronouns, you can install the extension for it, but it only works in Chrome or Firefox, not in other browsers and not on mobile. But people will still be able to see your pronouns if you fill them in there, even if you don't have the extension yourself. It definitely helps me as a streamer, because there's so many people, and keeping pronouns straight for everyone, if you don't interact with them all the time, is difficult. Clever. I never mind what people refer to me as, but it's definitely handy community-wise. Yeah, at least for me as a streamer, it helps a lot. And yeah, I'm mostly not bothered. Well, I don't like getting misgendered as he, him, because that's not me. But yeah, I don't like it. Not it's triggering in any way. And I definitely don't mind when people use they, them, because for me that's a neutral way to talk about people, especially when you're not sure about their pronouns. So that doesn't bother me at all. So, but for me as a streamer, it really helps, especially with people where it's not at all obvious from the name, and if they are trans or non-binary, where it might be important for them that I use the correct pronouns. The more I interact with a certain person, the easier it gets, of course, but yeah. Just for people who only occasionally show up, it gets really hard to keep it all in mind. Talking to anyone, the best is they them, unless they specify, as it's what people generally use in conversation anyway, at least from what I've seen. Yeah, lots of people have started doing that because, yeah, especially if it's people you met online, you don't always know their gender. You don't have any hints in many cases at their gender. Not even hints, let alone know it. So to be on the safe side, I usually go by they them, unless I know differently. Yeah, I think a lot of people who, especially those of us who try our best to be inclusive, have started doing that just because it's so much better than guessing at someone's gender. So, next week is going to be a short week, and I haven't announced it on Discord yet, but there will be a stream on Tuesday, my normal crafting stream. Well, on Wednesday there will be my first gaming stream, that's announced too, but Friday and Sunday I won't be streaming because I will be visiting family over Easter. And then I'll be back the Tuesday after that.